The vast ocean moves beneath your feet. The ship's engine roars and a massive school of fish appears on the sonar screen. Did you know that just one net hull can catch enough fish to make for 100,000 meals? But how does this industry feed the world, while also trying to protect the ocean? Welcome to the world of mackerel, herring and pollock fishing, the three fish that make up the biggest share of global seafood catch. This video will take you on a journey aboard modern fishing vessels, packed with cutting-edge technology. Let's dive in. Mackerel plays a key role in Japanese cuisine, with high demand, pushing the country to import tons of it, mostly from Norway. Interestingly, in the past, sailors used the behavior of mackerel to predict storms, as the fish often leapt out of calm waters before bad weather hit. This led to the term mackerel sky, describing clouds that resemble fish scales and signal a change in weather. What about herring? Herring has been part of the human diet since 3000 BC and was preserved with salt for winter use in Europe. For centuries found on both sides of the North Atlantic, herring populations can reach into the billions. Do you know wild Alaska pollock is known as the world's best whitefish? It's low in fat but high in protein, vitamin B12 and omega-3s. Every season fishing fleets head out to the Bering Sea and the Gulf of Alaska, where pollock live in massive numbers. The scale of this industry is truly impressive. More than 3 million tons of pollock are harvested each year. One large vessel can catch up to 150 tons of pollock in a single net drop. Before each trip, experienced fishermen carefully prepare their giant nets. They use midwater trawl nets that can be up to 40 meters tall and 60 meters wide. Preparing the nets takes time and precision, checking the knots, patching any holes, and adjusting the mesh size to make sure only adult fish are caught, allowing smaller fish to escape. The fishing process is surprisingly modern. Boats are equipped with advanced sonar systems that show 3D images of fish schools under the water. These images help the captain see the exact location, size and density of the fish, so they can decide the best time and place to drop the nets. When fish are detected, the crew lowers the net using powerful hydraulic winches. Heavy trawl doors open the net wide, like a giant mouth that moves through the school. After dragging the net for 1 to 3 hours, the crew hauls it up, filled with shimmering silver pollock. As the net begins to rise to the surface, you won't believe your eyes. Hundreds of thousands of shimmering silver pollock flood the net, packed so tightly that it swells like it's about to burst. The fish are immediately moved by conveyor belts into a processing plant on board the ship. Immediately, the automated conveyor system kicks into action, sorting fish by size at an incredible speed, 300 fish per minute. Inside the ship's 500 square meter processing deck, a team of 25 workers operates alongside 12 advanced filling machines. Each machine can process 60 fish per minute, precisely cutting off the heads, tails and bones. From the moment the fish are pulled from the sea to the time they're fully packaged, the entire process takes just about 90 minutes. The ship can operate non-stop for 45 days at sea, with a processing capacity of 80 to 100 tons of fish per day. Some companies operate large industrial fleets to harvest mackerel in massive quantities, often catching over 100,000 tons per year. In rich fishing grounds, like the North Atlantic and the Norwegian Sea, these regions are ideal for mackerel due to the cold, clean waters and abundant plankton. Norway is one of the top mackerel exporters, supplying high-demand markets such as Japan, where domestic supply can meet consumer appetite. Once a dense school is detected, the fishing vessel quickly encircles with the net, which is then tightened at the bottom, forming a closed trap. Every day a seafood processing plant processes up to 150 tons of fresh mackerel, delivered directly from fishing boats. Mackerel are graded by size, using automatic grading machines. Larger fish for fillets and export, smaller ones for canning or fish meal. After sorting, they go through a high-speed cleaning line, where machines remove the head, guts and sometimes the bones, depending on the final product. Depending on the order, mackerel may be flash frozen to -40 degrees Celsius. For export, canned with brine or tomato sauce, or vacuum packed as fresh fillets. The freezing tunnels and canning lines can each handle 10 tons of fish per hour, ensuring efficiency even at peak season. The commercial herring fishing industry is one of the largest in the world, with global annual catches averaging between 2 to 3 million metric tons. In terms of economic value, the global herring market exceeds $3.5 billion each year and supports over 100,000 direct jobs in fishing, processing and distribution. Before each fishing trip, fishermen prepare very carefully. Herring is caught using massive purse seine nets that can be 600 to 800 meters long and 100 to 200 meters deep. These nets are specially designed with mesh sizes that catch adult herring, while allowing smaller fish to escape, helping to protect fish populations. Fishermen must thoroughly check every part of the net, repair any tears and make sure all equipment, such as floats, weights and tow lines, are in good condition. Environmental monitoring technology is also widely used, allowing fishermen to track water temperature, salinity, and other key conditions that affect fish movement. This helps them more accurately predict where the fish will be, saving both time and fuel. Once the herring are caught, they are brought on board using high-powered fish pumps and transferred directly from the nets into chilled storage tanks. After capture, herring are processed either at sea or in shoreside facilities. Larger vessels feature onboard processing plants that can fillet, freeze and package up to 100 tons of herring daily. Shore-based processing plants often employ 100 to 300 workers and can process 500 to 1,000 tons per day. During peak season, herring can be processed into many different products, depending on market demand and intended use. The most common product is herring fillets, which are usually canned or frozen for long-term preservation. In addition, herring is also used to make pickled herring and smoked herring, both of which are very popular in Europe. Hello my curious friends. Today, we'll take you to the world of cold water shrimp, lies deep in the cold pristine waters of the north. From the moment they're caught, every shrimp is handled with care to preserve its freshness and quality, from the icy depths of the ocean to your plate. Let's dive into the fascinating world of cold water shrimp, and trust me, these little guys are way more interesting than you think. Alright, buckle up shrimp fans. Did you know that cold water shrimps are hermaphrodites? They are born male, but after 3 to 4 years they transform into females. Living in those icy waters means they grow super slowly. And that slow growth, that's what gives them that delicate, sweet flavor and melt-in-your-mouth texture. Then what do they eat? Well, these scavengers are definitely not picky eaters. They're the ultimate clean-up crew of the ocean floor. Dead fish, sand crabs, even a bit of mud. The North Atlantic and Arctic Oceans are home to several species of red shrimp, some of the tastiest seafood you know. When it comes to catching shrimp, net trawling is seriously effective, especially with all the high-tech gear these days. Think sonar and GPS. It's like having a shrimp finding superpower. They can pinpoint exactly where the shrimp are, which means less wasted effort and fewer other sea creatures getting caught. Plus, these nets are designed to haul in a ton of shrimp at once if the shrimp are all hanging out in one area. It's like hitting the jackpot. These fascinating prawns live for nearly a decade, but are most often harvested around their 6th year, when they reach a length of 8 to 10 centimeters. Shrimp fishing, it turns out, is a global powerhouse, a crucial source of seafood. And among the various methods employed, net trawling emerges as a remarkably efficient technique, offering significant advantages. Once the shrimp are brought on board, they go through a careful pre-processing stage to maintain their quality and freshness. First, they're sorted by size, type, and quality. Any unwanted materials like seaweed, shells, or other marine debris are removed. After the initial cleaning, they're carefully layered with ice in containers, ensuring they stay fresh and ready for transport to processing plants as soon as the boat reaches the dock. Upon arrival at the processing plant, a random sample of approximately 2 kilograms of shrimp is taken for quality testing. Once they pass inspection, the shrimp begin their journey through the factory. The shrimp are automatically transported to the first washing station for a thorough rinse before moving straight to the next stop. To giant industrial boiler or steamer. There they are gently cooked in lightly salted water, enhancing their natural flavor, while ensuring perfect texture. After cooking, the shrimp are immediately immersed in ice water at 1 degree Celsius to quickly stop the cooking process and lock in their freshness. For whole frozen shrimp products, they just freeze them up as they are. Head shell everything. That way the customers get that gorgeous, vibrant red color and they're packed up nice and snug. Okay, so after we've got those whole frozen shrimp sorted, the rest go onto the peeling line. First up hits the head remover. This thing's super precise and fast. Just snip and the heads are gone. Then the shrimp move on to the deshelling machine. It uses rollers, blades, or presses to neatly separate the shell from the meat. The shrimp meat comes out perfectly shaped and ready to go. Now comes the real picky part. First we need to get them all sorted by size. We've got these fancy automatic sorters that do a great job, but sometimes you still need a human eye to get it just right. This is where our eagle-eyed team steps in. They go over every single shrimp, looking for anything the machines might have missed. After the shrimp have been peeled and thoroughly inspected, they get one last icy bath just to be extra sure. A good rinse in super cold water to get rid of absolutely anything that might be left. Then, our precious prawns go straight into these powerful freezing chambers. It's like a flash freeze. This locks in all that fresh flavor and keeps the shrimp perfectly firm. But wait, there's more. After that flash freeze, they do this cool thing called glazing. Basically, they give the shrimp a super thin ice jacket. This ice layer is a total game changer. It keeps the shrimp from drying out and getting all funky during storage and shipping. Keeps them tasting like they just came out of the ocean. Alright, we're down to the home stretch. Packaging time. First up, those perfectly glazed shrimp get a quick trip through an automatic weighing machine. Gotta make sure every bag gets the exact right amount. No cheating. Then they zoom into the automatic packaging machine, which seals them up nice and tight. In those special bags then, they carefully stack those bags into sturdy cartons, ready to roll. Cold water shrimp are a fantastic source of protein.